Today, we're looking at a condo renovation that I did for a retired lady who has just relocated from Chicago to Southern California. She wanted to have an elegant, low-maintenance space. She's retired. She doesn't want to clean anything anymore. I don't blame her. So we used low-maintenance materials, both surface materials and furniture. And we also addressed some of the structural issues with this unit. When we came into this space, it was a big blank box, which is great. It's a blank canvas for us. But for one, the place was very dark. There are only 2 walls in the entire unit of windows, and those are north and east, so those tend to be very dark. The ceilings are very low. They're only 7'9". And the bathrooms weren't set up for a master bathroom, so we had 2 kind of equal size, not great bathrooms. When we came in, walked in the front door, the first thing you saw was ceiling. And that's all you saw was ceiling because it was a big blank space. Even though it's a big expanse, it made the room look smaller because there was no definition of what happens where. So we broke up the ceiling by adding these great architectural skylights. The skylights themselves are functional. With a remote control, they open for ventilation and they have shades that close, so if it's a little too bright, you can close those. We tapered the light well, so we had this really nice big opening and the exposed ceiling trusses, so it adds a lot of architectural interest here. We added another one in the kitchen as well. We also added a lot of this recessed LED lighting. That is really important, not only for your guests, because obviously they need light to do the things they want to do, but for your housekeepers. If they can't see it, they can't clean it. So you need a lot of light to make sure your place gets really cleaned the way you want it to be cleaned. We also added vertical elements with this wall trim. That not only brings your eye up and makes the room seem taller, it delineates the space. So we have like this main panel here in the living room and a smaller panel here in the dining room, and it kind of tells you what happens where. Suddenly the room actually seems bigger by breaking up the space like that. Your eye is looking at all these things and not just sort of going through with this big blank space. Since we were going for low maintenance, the place we started was the floors. Throughout the entire condo, we used these vinyl floors that look very convincingly like white oak. They don't have a repeated pattern. They look very natural. They use actual photographs of real wood, and the texture is even like real wood. They are 100% waterproof, so we could even use them in the bathroom. We also used in the living room the seagrass rug, and seagrass is a great material because it actually grows in the water, so it's very water resistant. If you do spill something and have to clean it, it cleans right up and doesn't leave a mark. One great thing to use for a rental or any other place that gets a lot of traffic is performance fabrics. So we use that both on the sofa and on the dining chairs. Even though they're white, they clean really easily with just soap and water. We use glass throughout. This is a glass coffee table, and we even put a sheet of glass on the dining table. So we get the look of the wood table, but the performance of a piece of glass that's just super easy to clean. For furniture that you have that isn't performance fabric, you can still make it like performance fabric by having it professionally treated. There are companies that come out and spray a solution on there. It doesn't change the look, it doesn't change the texture, but it makes them super easy to clean and last a long time. In the kitchen, we reoriented the space completely. It was facing the front door with this weird divider separating it where you put your knickknacks to get real greasy. We made the kitchen a lot bigger, created this nice peninsula with some seating on the other side, nice big sink where you can talk to people while you're washing dishes or even watch TV. For the countertops, we used this great large format slab porcelain. The great thing about porcelain is that you get the look of white marble that's so popular right now, but not the maintenance issues. Marble stains and scratches very easily, but porcelain is actually very durable and a great choice for a rental property or high traffic property. For the cabinets, we use painted wood rather than laminate. And the reason we do that is because painted wood cabinets can be repaired, unlike laminates. We also added storage that extends into the dining area, which is a great place to keep bulkier appliances and things like that. And above those cabinets, we created this great space for art because the owner had this painting that she loves, and we wanted to showcase that. So we carried the vertical elements of the space even down to the accessories, in this case, these tall vintage candlesticks. We like to use a mix of vintage and new accessories in every project. In this case, the jars are new, the tray's new, the crystal's vintage. That mix of old and new makes every project come to life. So to create the room that we needed for our luxury master bathroom, we took a little bit of space away from the utility closet in the hallway. We reconfigured the guest bathroom to make it a little bit more usable, and we even took a little space away from the hallway, but you would never know that. We actually took space away in this guest bathroom, but it feels much bigger now because we use the space much more efficiently. We also added some luxury boutique hotel style details like a solar tube to bring in natural light and this lighted mirror that's really cool. This room is a great example that a guest room doesn't have to be a single purpose room only. When the owner is here, she uses this as her music room and she uses it as her relaxation room. The sofa is actually a daybed. We also added some style with this gallery wall. This is a great example that you don't have to spend a lot of money to add some style and personality to a space. It's made up of inexpensive prints, vintage finds, and inexpensive frames as well. For the master bedroom, we wanted to create this really tranquil, restful space. We used desaturated colors, a lot of textured luxe materials. We layered mirrors behind the lamps to bounce the light around a little bit more. We have linen on top of linen with our wall covering and our linen headboard. We used layers of hotel-style bedding to create this restful, beautiful retreat, and everything is washable. The space was pretty good with one big problem, and that is there was no room for a dresser or even a television because this wall was a whole wall of mirrored closet doors. So we took those doors away, closed up this wall, and added a pocket door for maximum space efficiency, and now the owner has a lot more room for her closet. This is my favorite space in the project. This is the master bathroom. The back wall is the focal point of this bathroom because it's the first thing you see when you walk in. So we wanted to do something special there. So for that, we selected this great wallpaper that looks like marble. We built this great wet room area that combines a curbless shower and a bathtub, and an extra wide vanity, and this really cool feature wall with the tiled vanity wall. The great thing about this space is that we incorporated some safety features that don't look like safety features. So we have a curbless shower, the grab bars that are the bronze finish that match all the plumbing, and we have these non-slip floors that look like marble. This bathroom is a great way to show that safety doesn't have to look institutional. It looks luxurious. And then finally, the view out the living room is the patio, so we needed to have something interesting to look at. So we created these custom screens that we use as a trellis. We designed the pattern, which you could do any pattern you wanted, had them cut out of heavy-duty aluminum and then powder coated. Then we planted the planters with vines that will eventually fill in and grow over the screens.